Santa Fish America Cowboy Country, so glad you are here. I am responding to RockChalk01's predictions for the Big 12. I'm going to run through his predictions, and then I'll tell you why I think he was right, where he was wrong, and then I'll review and tell you what my picks were really quick. So he has, I think instead of starting at the bottom, I'll start at the top. He has Texas at 1, Tech at 2, KState at 3, OU at 4, TCU at 5, which I don't understand. I mean, you have a team that made it all the way to the college playoff, and he's got them at 5. I know Duggan's gone, but Chandler Morris is a pretty good quarterback. Baylor at 6, BYU 7, KU at 8, Cincinnati at 9, UCF at 10, Oklahoma State at 11. That's where I really have a problem, and I'll explain why in a minute. Iowa State 12, Houston 13, and West Virginia 14. So there's 3 things that I don't agree with that he said in his video. Number 1, Dave Aranda at Baylor is not on the hot seat. Now, him and I were pretty close on Baylor as far as prediction, where they would fall in the pecking order. But Dave Aranda is not on the hot seat. If they were to go 2-10 this year, then maybe he would be on the hot seat then. But he's not on the hot seat. He's running a good, consistent program. These kids are going to class. They're doing the right things. The scandal that was the Art Briles tenure is gone. And I think Baylor's very happy with Dave Aranda. The second thing I disagreed with him about was he said, well, Oklahoma State doesn't have a quarterback. Well, actually, they have 3 quarterbacks. My source, which Robert Allen, you know, I listen to Robert Allen and Friends. Gunnar Gundy's doing better in practice. Garrett Rangel's doing better in practice. And for the love of God, I forgot the guy that they brought in. Not Zane Flores. He's pretty much being held back. Babe, do you remember? I'm having a senior moment, folks.
Was it Bowman?
Yeah, Alan Bowman. Thank you. See, that's why that's why she's going to be my wife. Alan Bowman knows how to play quarterback under center like he did at Michigan, and he can run the spread like he did at Texas Tech. So OSU has 3 quarterbacks, Rock Chalk, not just 1. And the third thing I don't agree with is you've got West Virginia in last place, and in the spirit of Golden Blue Dude, God rest his soul, he was absolutely right. When West Virginia has a running quarterback like they do in Garrett Green, they have success. They did it with Major Harris, and they've constantly, whenever they've had an athletic running quarterback, they've had success. So let's go back to what I said and compare. I've got KState at 1. Until somebody beats Kansas State, Will Howard is a senior. He's got more experience than any quarterback in the league. Until somebody beats Kansas State, they're the champs. I got TCU at 2. I do believe Morris is going to be a decent quarterback for TCU. I got Texas at 3. I know I don't buy into all the hype that Texas is back. But here's what I think is going to happen. I think that, Ewers is going to struggle, and they'll get to the OU game, and if he's still struggling, then they'll bench him and put Arch Manning in. Look, Steve Sarkisian may not be the best coach in college football, but he's not an idiot. If he doesn't win and win big this year, he's going to lose his job. But I think he's going to keep his job. They're going to go 9-3. I got Oklahoma State at number 4. The reason I have them at number 4 has nothing to do with the quarterback. It has everything to do with their defense. Their defense, according to Robert Allen, looks great. Colin Oliver has been moved from defensive end to linebacker. He's lost weight, but he's just as strong as he was before. And then you have, oh my gosh, I should have wrote it down. The running back, that's a sophomore. Anyway, Oklahoma State's going to be able to run the football this year. They've changed up their offense a little bit as far as how they block. Instead of zone blocking, it's just straight up. And they're going to be able to run the football. They're going to have a lot of success. I got Tech at number 5. I love what their coach is doing out there. He's got a lot of connections with coaches, high school coaches in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Joey McGuire is a great coach, and I do believe Tech's going to have a lot of success. I got OU at number 6. I think Dylan Gabriel, this is his second year in that system. I think he's going to be much better than he was last year. Interestingly, he had Baylor at 6. I had Baylor at 7. So we both agree that Dave Aranda's going to be. He's not going to get fired. I don't think they're going to. They're not going to contend for a Big 12 title, but at least they're going to go to a bowl game. The interesting thing is we both have KU at 8, which means we think they're going to go to a bowl game. They've got a good running quarterback as well, and I think KU is going to be very competitive. They may lose a few games, but it won't be by much. The interesting thing about our list, we both had BYU as the highest of the 4 new teams, except I have them at number 9. He had West Virginia at last place. I have him at number 10. I think they have a legitimate chance of getting to a bowl. Garrett Green is a great athlete. He can run. He can throw. He is going to make them better. I've got Iowa State at number 11. I hate the fact that they lost so many players due to this betting scandal, but it is what it is, folks. If you're not allowed to bet online, don't do it on your phone. The law is the law, and they got caught. I got UCF at 12. I'll tell you this. It'll only take Gus Malzahn a year or two to get that team in the right direction. 13, Houston. Same thing with Holgerson down at Houston. I think he has a legitimate chance to turn them around. I think they'll struggle for a year or two, but it's going to be very competitive once he finally gets the guys up front. And same thing with Cincinnati. I got them in last place, but they're working on a new indoor practice facility. In fact, I'll put a picture of it up here. When I edit it, that thing looks amazing. And when you get the good facilities you need, you're going to be able to recruit good athletes, and you're going to have good teams. So I'm excited about the future Big 12. I definitely don't think Oklahoma State's going to finish 11th. And this will be the same thing I said when I was responding to the other so-called critic of Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy hasn't had a losing season in 17 years. So why would you think that they're going to finish number 11 out of 14? That would mean that OSU would have a losing record. It's not going to happen. So anyway, if you are new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe. If you have been around for a while, thank you for watching. Please tell others. I've got a plethora of videos on various football stadiums from around the country, from Utah to Florida, from Minnesota to Texas, and everywhere in between. So you might have a friend that has a particular team that he really likes. He hasn't seen that stadium in a long time. Well, all I got to do is hop on my channel and I can watch that video. So, in fact, I just had somebody who I used to live near that was a diehard Florida Gator fan, and they had no idea that I did a video of the Gators in January. So I told this person about the video. They looked at it. They were like, wow, that's really cool. So that's what this is here for. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. And as always, go Pokes. Bye.